great. How's Jack's hand look?
Jack has some very fun opening pieces here. I am liking this. We've got a DJ Octavio stepping out. We got the Inkline. We got we got one of the two jellies.
Oh, that's actually arguably, it doesn't sound like that great of a hand because Inkline and Jelly are the two base combo cards. This is the really defensive Thunderpoint deck I was really talking about. On the end side, we got Heavy Splatling ready to come out. It's very much, they're just going to be pushing with that.
Yeah.
Although
Jack's trying for a very determined, like, a very aggressive defense, or he's considering it, but I think he's gonna recognize that a safe defense is the way to go. Still debating on what exactly he wants his piece to be.
Yeah.
I respect this decision. If you go with it. No, don't. Well, we'll see. Okay, he is going to go for a hyper aggressive, but yeah, it's not gonna pay out. That thing is just chunky.
That's a very aggressive block.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I feel like, is Jack looking like he's about to play his Jelly now?
No, now
no, only played Big Jelly.
Now. Recognizing that that really aggressive block did not pay off, he is just going to take... It looks like he's decided he wants to take over this opposing turf.
Yeah.
He's like really interesting open combo with the sprinkler, and he is going to lock himself in on out as he continues to push into.
Oh! And his a zip caster, but unfortunately it's just barely not able to fit its way into Jack's little corner they've secured there.
Yeah, he needs to be able to break into that corner because that's Jack's like big go-to place at the moment.
Yeah.
He's looking at defending his own, like his primary corner as well, but like this is a very awkward. This is an awkward start for N because like he has a couple opportunities to run in and charge and steal some of Jack's places, but at the same time. Yeah, or like he kind of only has that as the option because Jack essentially has like 2 to 3, like 2 good spots that he can pretty much just block off and claim for his own.
That N, I think, very much misplayed by not taking over that top corner and allowing Jack to get off that little Judd and to get off that Jelly.
Yeah.
That.
Jack
honestly,
was considering the little Judd at the top, but he ultimately is like, I can block him off, and then I'll put the Jelly, and yeah, no, I feel like we're, especially considering we're looking at a Splattershot Nova in that corner spot, once Jack puts that down, I'm pretty sure that would be the end of the story for N.
Yeah, this is not looking great for N, having very little space left. Does not have a card left in his deck that can push aggressively.
Like he might be forced to like rush a special.
Yeah, he's got an Octo Stamp ready.
Jack being incredibly greedy right now.
Getting 2 more special, okay, Jesus.
Like it's good to farm the special, but right now there is a huge open base, and yeah, N's going for something aggro to steal that area.
Yes. Zipcaster, 2 potential spots he's deciding on. He's deciding on the far right side of this, up against the right wall for you guys. I gotta reverse directions, but
I would just say
far
blue's
right
corner,
side.
because that's a blue's corner at this point.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to say which side of blue's corner. Because he could special in from either side.
Closer to blue's home or closer to yellow's home?
Closer to yellow's home.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna activate the special Captain Special block.
And we are gonna have a Nova come in. So that area is pretty open for contention now.
Yeah, the Nouveau not quite being and has a Nouveau, it's not gonna be able to gain special, but it's gonna be able to gain points, which Jack had.
Good catch there. And 3 turns left, and that was an incredibly important play from N. And like, if N ends up winning this, it's because Jack made an incredibly greedy misplay and was like, I'll just go put the puts the
yeah,
what's it called? That little curling
sprinkler?
one in the corner there. Yeah, the sprinkler.
Yeah, the play was unfortunately not the best. Yeah, Nova definitely should have been played first, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was no reason to go for that spot because nobody, like,
Ooh.
there's no reason for him to try to fill in that spot or steal it from Jack.
Yeah, does Jack have double special on deck?
Jack does have a double special. He is trying to find his opportunity to get one more special so he can do that. 20 seconds left on the clock. He's running out of time. He's starting to get a little tensed about it. That's the perfect zip caster, but he needs that one special off of the Tenta missiles. Is he gonna just drop the zip caster somewhere else? 5 seconds left. He needs to make a play. 2. He's hesitating, and he does manage to drop his move. Gets that special.
Ooh, okay. Not quite the points he needed, though.
No.
That is going to be a 7-point lead for N, and I think N has a perfect special here. He's just spinning the card around in celebration. And he's got it.
Yeah, there is not much Jack could do there.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Punished for an exceptionally greedy play there. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack has not been feeling the best, apparently. And the stress from the tournament, from the sounds of it, is getting to him. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, a good tournament can be really stressful. I do not blame him for getting a little overwhelmed in that situation. That is definitely a really painful loss. I can respect the reason why he went for that that sprinkler, but yeah, it just...
Yeah,
I saw the writing on the wall, and as soon as he put that sprinkler down, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna invade, N's gonna invade your space, and...
Yeah.
Story's over. That said, it's not... That's just like maybe a chapter of the story. Because this is still a best of 5. Lots of room for things to turn around, develop, and grow. Ooh, Lakeside.
Ooh.
Or Lakefront.
Yeah. Same thing.
Same difference.
Yeah. So, oh my god.
Ooh, we have some really good cards coming, or some beefy cards coming in to start here.
Yeah. Not... See, ideally the best openers are like 6x7s, like Boros, that can block off a side. Captain works too. Just really fat cards are really helpful that you can base build off of.
Good call with the Cali. That is going to... That could be a good break-in, a good aggression, or it's pretty good defense, and also kind of works pretty well for offense. And that's a small point lead for this start. And he's gonna get another block there. Now, he's in a really good spot to just like charge in, and that's exactly what he's looking to do here.
Yeah, you can't really charge it on the left side. I think you're probably gonna make one of those both defensive and aggressive plays like that,
Whoa.
perfectly clashing and absolutely destroying the big man. That is absolutely huge for him.
Trying to find a spot for Marigold in that bottom corner. I think he's on something semi-contentual, but we'll have to see what N is looking to do as a response. And definitely has cards to break in through that corner that they just pierced.
Yeah.
Just gonna shave off Marigold's head just a little bit.
Nice haircut. Oh my god! That worked out perfectly. Jack is quickly farming up two of the 3 special that they're likely gonna need in order
Ooh,
to
that's gnarly.
Blood down.
That's a gnarly
place. That is an awesome. Speaking of gnarly, Gnarly Eddie's still able to be played.
Yeah, he's just gonna come right down.
Almost definitely we're gonna be seeing a special in from Jack.
Yeah, he kind of has to at this point.
You gotta play the captain there, unfortunately, and just secure some of that space before it's invaded. Ooh, the Charger's coming in, and just barely is contained.
But yeah, Jack has nothing left to do. He literally has been bricked. All of his small, he's got some small card options. Hopefully he just starts top decking those small cards, because yeah, this has been N has just shut down all of his space. Unfortunately for Jack, it was maybe a little too defensive, and then just it was a good Manta Storm to try to break in, but unfortunately it was just any of his other bigger cards would have done so much better. And unfortunately, he top decks big man, which means that all of his small cards are now left in his hand for the final few turns.
Oh.
And there is nowhere good to be playing these cards.
That's unfortunate, being down.
Ooh, that was actually not too bad of a place. That's a good consideration too.
Yeah, and so a little Judd incoming. I don't think that anything Jack has is going to be able to weather the storm of 6 special in the last turn.
Jack's trying to break into that territory that Little Judd's coming down on, and I'm pretty sure his heart is going to sink as soon as that Judd gets placed.
Oh no.
Because he's really considering putting a piece there, rather than trying to go for a chain or anything of the sorts. And he's trying to perfect the position to have as much of an opportunity to utilize it, and that Little Judd is just going to come in and it's going to be like, nope, no room there. Is he going to pass? He chooses to pass, and
what's the logic behind that?
I think he's just recognized he's out of the... Or he feels like he's out of contention there.
Yeah, dang. Yeah, we're gonna be able to see a double special from N. There is absolutely nothing to be done.
Yeah. And that is going to cause a surrender.
Surrender, that. Oh, I had a communication. Oh, Jack shut off his switch.
Yeah, I think he's done.